Welcome back. My name is Oakley Dean Baldwin. I'm a retired sheriff and a retired U.S. Coast Guard reservist. I spent my last 5 years as an intel officer, Sector North Carolina, and a total of about 34 years of sworn law enforcement. That's for those who don't know me yet, but we've been looking into Buford Pusser from Walking Tall movies and his 1967 ambush situation. Now, during my initial investigation for my book, Murder of Miss Buford Pusser, I interviewed a man named Dennis Hathcock. And Dennis was a 16-year-old young man when he got called by his friend at home and woke him up and told him that there had been an ambush on New Hope Road of Buford Pusser. He was the sheriff of McNairy County, and he happened to have his wife riding in the car with him. So I'm going to go over some glass evidence, and glass will tell a story at a crime scene. So here we go. I've got some pictures, and I've got some drawings that actually eyewitness Dennis Hathcock shared with me, and I have reconstructed them to try to make them a little easier to see. So these drawings are actually my reconstructions of his drawings. But the first one I want to show you is the ambush site at the bridge. There's two ambush sites listed by Buford Pusser, and the first one was on New Hope Road at the bridge. And I'm going to just hold it up to you, and you can take a peek here. You can see that in the center of the bridge, Dennis has located a pile of glass, and that's about a wing vent amount of glass, not a full window. But there was no glass in the ditch line, the shoulder of the road on either side, the north or the southbound lanes, which is very peculiar, and I'll go over that in a minute why I say that. And these are reasons why I consider Buford Pusser a person of interest in this case. So the second one is of the second site, and you can see that Dennis clearly has circled where the glass was in the middle of the road and on the northbound lane, and even some in the northbound ditch. And the car was placed later traveling southbound. Well, you can plainly see in his drawing that parts of Pauline's hair and skull, brain matter, were all on the southbound lane in the ditch. But there was no glass found there. The glass was found in the northbound lane where the assassin's vehicle was supposed to be during the assault, which is also very, very, very strange. You can clearly see from this photograph, this is the window behind where Pauline Mullins Pusser was sitting, and you can still see some of the glass in the window frame. So you know it was blown out and should have been on the southbound lane shoulder of the road or in the ditch. All right, that's that one. I'm going to show you the door that she was sitting at. And if you look at the bottom, you can see there's still glass in the rail, but the window was clearly blown out and should have had glass in the southbound ditch or shoulder of the road. And Dennis clearly shows that there's no glass recorded there, and he was very particular that he recorded the locations of the brain matter, the scalp, the hair, and blood and that type of material, but he never mentions any glass. So this is a picture of Pauline's window again, but you can see that the vent glass is also blown out. So you've got the window glass and the vent glass blown out from her being shot from the driver's side rear window through, striking her in the head twice and blowing out these window glasses. So once again, I want to go over the first two. Buford Pusser states that the car pulled up he slowed down for the bridge, and then a car pulled up beside him, popped the lights on, and started firing at him. So why would there be glass only in the center of the bridge right here? Okay, there's no glass anywhere else found at the first ambush site. So the glass at the second ambush site was found where the ambush assailants were supposed to be standing or in their car. And these other dots here go up through here. These are the shell casings that were found at this second site. There was none found at the first site, which is quite possible if they shot from the car, there wouldn't be any. But because of these conflicting stories or statements made by Sheriff Buford Pusser and the actual evidence at the crime scene. Now, one thing I do not know is if the TBI has these same sketches or drawings in their file. We've not seen that. I don't know anybody that has. But Dennis, as far as I know, is the only living eyewitness, which stayed at the crime scene for several hours. He's actually documented in several of the photographs from the crime scene by the press. So he was definitely there. These are authentic reconstructions from his. I do have his copies, but they're a little bit harder to read and understand. But they're not official documents from the TBI, and I really look forward to seeing what they have. But thanks for checking in, and have a great day.